Most anticipated game. For me, this was a really easy list. I think this is going to end up on everyone's list at some point, whether it's 1, 2, or 3, or number 1 on the community, Grand Theft Auto 6. Everyone wants to just see what the fuck that game is. Not for not for Co. I think everyone else.
It's probably in my top 10, but not my top 3.
It's
top 20 for me, I'd say.
It's the next Grand Theft Auto. People just want to see what that is in the grand scheme of things. I hope this next game comes out this year. I think it's scheduled to, unless I'm completely wrong. But I want to see Wolverine from Insomniac.
Wow.
I really want to play whatever that game is going to be and what it's going to look like. And I hope it actually comes out sooner than later. I didn't put Silksong chat because that game's not coming out. Number 1 for me, no surprise, it's Monster Hunter Wilds. That's why I went first. I'm craving this game. I want this game now. I played that beta and I was already just like, oh, this is a happy game. I'm feeling something here. So yeah, those are my top 3 most anticipated games of 2025. Co, go ahead with yours.
Start with 3 this time.
Yeah, thank you so much. Not wrong. So at the bottom, my most anticipated games, we have, let me actually bring it up here. So this game for me really came out of nowhere. I still can't believe it's actually a thing. Like, how do you just take one of my favorite IPs and jam it into this? I gotta see what they're doing with that Yakuza Pirate game. Like, that thing looks crazy. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be like, just the premise looks like it's gonna be wild, and these games are already pretty wild. So I think that game's gonna be a absolute Yakuza is gonna be freaking awesome.
Yakuza, is that what the community is calling it?
It is nice. Now.
That's some good shit right there. They need to trademark that.
Second for me is gonna make some of the gaming community kind of a little hot under the collar. But I am incredibly excited for and looking forward to a very full girthy playthrough of Avowed, the next Obsidian thing.
Yeah.
I know that it currently has some stuff going on in the PR sphere. Hopefully that'll get all worked out before it comes out, because we're hearing really good things about this game. We're hearing people that got the behind the scenes look that had major issues with DAV are now playing Avowed and being like, oh no, this is a lot better. This is good. So, you know, like that's very good for me to hear. I have faith in Obsidian, and I'm really hoping that they're going to deliver something awesome. So my second is Avowed. And finally, man, oh my God, I don't know if it's just because of the last few weeks, but my most anticipated game of 2025 is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Kingdom Come Deliverance is a very special game, and the more I'm playing it, the more I'm being reminded of just how awesome the writing is, the acting, the dialogue, the mechanics. Like, just look at the alchemy system, and you know that this game is just trying to do things that other games aren't even trying to address. And you know, it's wild, for instance, playing like DAV and seeing all their mechanics go towards like mobile game stuff. And then you play a game like KCD, and it's like they're making their own mini games to be more immersive and realistic. And it's just like the schism there is literally, you could not be more opposite. Like one literally going for like the most simplest basic one, and one working to make it more advanced, complex, and engaging. So I have very high hopes for KCD 2. I think Warhorse is a company that we can count on, not necessarily to deliver a bug-free, polished experience, but I think that the content of KCD 2 is going to be something really special. And if they can get KCD 2 out in a state better than the KCD release, I will be very pleased. It's also, just a little shout out, by the way, they released review copies for KCD 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh no, entire month early.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that rubs me wrong, because it wasn't just they released that; it's that they bragged about releasing it 4 weeks for devs. Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother issue.
I talked about this on stream today. I'm very curious for the impetus of that. It's gonna be
it out early. Yeah.
Yes, I have some theories. Many of them relatively cynical, but it's going to be interesting to see the state of the game after this. It's gonna make them look pretty silly if it turns out this game is buggy or not polished.
Sure.
Let me just say that you're making a pretty big statement. Not only releasing your keys that early, but then, like you said, kind of bragging about it a little bit. Like you're putting some spotlights on yourself. So if the game's awesome and polished and runs well and bug free, great. But if you do this kind of thing and the game's not at that state, it's not going to look good at all.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We'll find out in February. Zeke,
Yep.
your top 3.
Okay. I did like precursory research for this. Like I made sure I was like, okay, release date, speculation 2025. Okay. So I'm not all of these games have a date, but they do have a year, which is this year coming. So
That's fine.
correct me if I'm wrong, but these are my 3. Did you have something to say? I'm sorry, JP, I interrupted you.
No.
Okay. And number 3, Slay the Spire 2.
Great one.
Absolutely. According to Steam, my most played game, but I left it on the background a lot. It was a game that you can just leave up and just come back to. So I did that a lot. So in Steam, I have over 1,000 hours played. I don't think I didn't sit there and stare at Slay the Spire that much, but it was up there. It's definitely up there. So Slay the Spire 2, absolutely on my list. Second game, tentatively 2025, The Altars.
Oh,
That game
hell
looks
yeah.
That game
Yes.
is awesome.
fucking awesome. I played the demo and it's so intriguing. It's very much like it gave me the feeling of Returnal.
Yes.
My top
gave me
performance
very
guy
Returnal
Zeke,
vibes.
is a star of that game. That's
Your what
Alex
now?
Jordan. The
Oh,
guy
yeah.
that I put for Alex, that he's the guy that plays all of
Erica
the altars.
Ishii's in the altars. That's crazy. I can't. That's wild that they got her in there.
And my number 1, speculatively coming out in 2025, but probably not. Who knows? Judas.
Ooh,
Yeah,
they
the
announced
Ken
anything
Levine
about
game.
2025. Oh man, yeah.
I
I'm
just
super
looked up,
following
I
that one.
Googled it and I said release date. It says 2025. No dates, no nothing, no months. It just says 2025. And I was like, that counts then.
Yeah. If all the games that are supposed to come
Okay.
out in 2025 come out in 2025, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a crazy, crazy year.
So not only do we have to rip through this, but we can each spend 5 minutes on our top 10 list.
The Avowed. We still have, I think, one more category. What else? We got
God.
Grand Theft Auto. I was surprised to see Avowed up there. Oh yeah, and then Wilds. That makes sense.
Monster Hunter, yeah.
Yeah, that makes
For sure.
sense.
That's a good list.